Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And please help me welcome a special guest on the channel today. This is Sherri from Liberal Tarot by Sherri. Hey,
Hi. Hi, everyone.
hello. So, for those of you who who are familiar with Sherri's channel, you know that she's, like she says, she's a little blue dot in a sea of red, and that's okay. She's not alone.
Big sea of red.
So, yes, yeah. So, I will ask you to make sure that you go over to her channel, subscribe to her channel. She puts out some fabulous videos and tarot readings with, a, a nice soup song of snark and so on. So I think you're going to enjoy her channel. So, and for those of you that are here from Sherri's channel, welcome. Nice to see you here. Nice to have you here. So, before we get into things, I just will remind folks to, like I said, like, share, and subscribe. It really helps with the algorithm. And if you're interested in booking a reading with me, please go to my website. It's marinasheartcentertarot.com. You can take a look at what's available in terms of readings and times, what's available in terms of courses and classes, and so on. And take a look at especially the testimonials. I'm rather proud of them. When after a reading, when someone takes the time to write down a comment, and to talk about how the reading went, it's just validation. So let's get started. Let's get started.
I'm excited.
So yes. So introduce yourselves to the good folks. Tell them where you are and what you do and all that kind of fabulous stuff.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Sherri from Liberal Tarot by Sherri, and I have 35 years experience with tarot. I decided to start my political tarot channel last year, and when Marina and I were first chatting, she had asked me, what made you decide to start the channel? And I was like, Elon Musk broke into the Treasury Department. And I know just like what a comfort tarot has given me. And so I thought, if anything, I will just put these readings out. And if they reach anybody, that's great. If not, at least I'm doing it for myself. And yeah, and then here I am. So I really like to try to find something to laugh about because everything is so awful. And I like that little, like snark and finding something, because I'm a firm believer that laughter is a form of resistance. And we will laugh any chance we get just to kind of get through this. So I see the work is serious, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun while doing the work.
Exactly. Exactly. Worrying about it isn't going to change a whole lot. Getting upset about it isn't going to change a whole lot. So all we have to do is stay as high vibration as we can while we get through this, and we will get through this.
We
So,
will. I like to tell people, it's like, crazy town is going to be crazy. That's just the way that's going to be. And anytime, I'm saying this to myself, something crazy will happen and you start feeling that anger just rise up and your hair's on fire. And that is my clue. And I tell everybody that is your moment to disengage and to step away and then re-engage and be very mindful about where you're re-engaging. So re-engage with the resistance, re-engage with, I encourage people, look at where the institutional pushback is. Because that is where the power is going to, that's where the empowering moment's going to be, and we're seeing institutional pushback. We really are. And really my readings, I do a lot better looking at that because crazy is, whoo, it is out there. I keep saying my readings are living in the Tower card. Yeah, that's where we are. We are in the Tower card. So if you're feeling like things are a bit, Yeah, they are. Which is
Yeah,
why we're here to explore how we can make it through this.
exactly. Exactly. So you've been obviously doing the tarot for a while. Do you
Mhm.
do personal readings as well? If someone wanted to reach
Um,
out and get information on a personal reading?
I am starting to move into that space. I
Oh,
was
good.
really this past year, I've just focused on, doing the channel and getting the readings out and really focusing on that. And I feel like I'm finally kind of to a space now where I can start doing that. So I will say, stay tuned. But if you are interested, I can be reached at tarotbysherri@gmail. But even that is going to be changing here soon. So I will still have that email. I'm just moving
Yes,
into a new space. Let's put it that way. The channel will still stay here, but yeah,
perfect. Perfect. Wonderful. So just quickly, I'm going to say hello to Paula Faust, Kathy Jones, AKK, Dawn Turner, Heather the Empath.
hi Heather.
Who else do we have? Fallon, 3136. We've got James Spear. Hello, James. Nice to see you. And I think that is, oh, Janice Outdated. Hello, Jackie B Readings. Hello, Jackie B. And there's a few of you that are just sitting in the background. You're not saying anything. That's okay. You're allowed to do that. So if you just want to listen, if you're at work and you're supposed to be doing something else, but you're watching the channel, it's our little secret. Don't worry. We won't
We
tell.
won't tell.
No, no, never. So so there. And now you're located where? You're in central US.
I am in Southwest Missouri, and I live in a county that went 80% for Trump.
Oh, condolences.
Yes. So yes, blue dot. Any other you guys that are in the chat or any who else is in that blue dot area like me? Oh my. It's so funny because I always say you can tell the people who are the blue dots in red states versus the people that are just in blue states. Those of us that are blue dots, we are a little bit harsher than I think others. And I specifically am thinking of Jennifer from the I've Had It podcast. She lived in
Yes.
Oklahoma, neighboring state of mine, and it's like I hear her and I'm like, oh girl, I feel you, I know that tone.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yes.
So
I
yeah,
d-
blue dot here
I
too, Bob.
read yeah, I read an article yesterday and I really didn't get
Rodeo.
into it because I just started to laugh. And that was that, and I think it was the farmers and it could have been Missouri, to be honest with you, but it was farmers um, who were a little concerned that you know that they don't have any workers. There's no people to come in and do things, and they were complaining that they have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to milk the cows themselves.
As
And
you're
I
talking,
thought,
that was my
oh,
bottom card, the betrayal. What
yes,
did they think was going to happen? Oh, and also just to make sure, for entertainment purposes only. But
yes,
yeah, the betrayal.
yes,
That's what's yeah. What did they think was going to
yes.
happen?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Let's get rid of all the immigrants, all the illegals that are here. Well, what do you mean there's no one there to pick the vegetables and the fruits and milk my cows?
Well, they meant the other people, not
The
their
other.
people. They meant the other people, the other brown people.
Yes,
Oh my God, it's infuriating.
I know. I know it is. I know it is.
Yeah.
And there's a part of me that can't help but kind of in get a little bit of pleasure, a little bit of that Schadenfreude that, oh,
Abs-
you're finding out that he meant you. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I say, oh, I can't pass up a good, Schadenfreude Hope Core video there, and the Schadenfreude one,
exactly.
and oh, I'm shuffling, and there's the Tower card. Yeah,
There
there
you
we
go.
go.
There you
Oh,
go.
I noticed this the other day. I want to point this out to you guys. This was really cool. There's always something to learn in tarot, and I am always completely fascinated. I'm going to fold that up. The crown. is being knocked
Huh?
off from the top. The explosion is from the top down.
Yeah.
And so here we get the lightning strike, the crown, no kings. So, and I always say, what's going on with his brain? We kind of question that. And so I'm like, oh, that is really, I love that card. I love that card so much for him. Just seeing that crown being, flying off. Yeah.
Totally. Because they're, the U.S. fought a war. If my history memory serves me correctly, they fought a war against kings. And
Yeah.
so now you're going to bow down to one. You're going to choose one. And if you do want to have a king, this is the best that you can do.
Yeah.
This is the best of the best. Are you serious?
I keep saying it is not in the DNA of the American people to be ruled by a king, and not by that lot for sure. We are
No,
just,
exactly.
it's not in our DNA. We're just not
No,
going to do it.
exactly. Don't blame you. Hey, Viviani, nice to see you here. Thank you. So, um, now you mentioned his health, and I noticed that there was a picture that was put out showing him to have this rather
Rash.
pronounced red mark, rash on
Mm-hmm.
on his neck. And of course, that the White House has said that, well, he's he's using a cream, and it's just it'll be gone, so on. I don't think so.
They were saying that cream was that rash was the side effect of the cream, and I'm like, if that's the side effect, what the what the heck does the actual like thing look like? And I saw I really like Epistemic Crisis. He's a physical therapist and has his PhD in physical therapy, has worked with
Hmm.
the geriatric population for 14 years, and
Yes.
he said he has seen that with creams that are treating skin cancer. And I'm like, the dude is rotting from the inside out. Of course he would have
Yes,
that.
of course. Of course.
So,
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
yeah.
Absolutely. And Kimberly Canoe says, don't remember seeing Sherry before. Her personality is delightful. Yes, yes, it is.
I will tell
And
my
yeah,
husband that you all said I'm a delight.
that's right.
No, we have a
Yeah,
great relationship. He'll thank you very much. I appreciate that.
yes, there you go. So yeah, you can go back to doing whatever it was that you're doing, but listen away. Yeah. So and Old Silver says, yeah, they have chemotherapy creams for skin cancer. And Bees Bun says thrombosis.
So what my
So
question is, long-term sunning beds would also be an indicator. Yeah. Um, what was my question? That just left my what was my I'm trying to do too many things. I'm reading and the skin, I'll think of it. It'll come back to me about the
yes, it
skin.
will. Yes, it will.
Anyway, it'll come back.
Yep. So is this well, maybe we can do a, a reading on is is this skin condition, is it permanent? Like I don't think that they're going to be
Oh,
able to cover it up with makeup.
I remember what my question was, especially anybody. And I'm always inviting people in the comments. If you know the answer, please let us know. He had like a lesion, and there was the report. He reported that he's taking like 325 milligrams of aspirin a day against medical advice. And then there was the
Yes.
reporting that Pam Bondi accidentally nicked him with her ring, her wedding ring, and they like to never got the bleeding to stop. So if he's got lesions and they're, weepy or bloody, isn't that, wouldn't that be a problem? I'm just
You
saying.
would think.
I actually
You
was,
would
that was a
think.
question I had. Like with that much, if there's any nurses or medical people that would know that answer, is this something? How hopeful do we need to be? That's what I'm asking.
Let's just cut to the chase, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and why was Pam Bondi's wedding ring that close to to his neck?
I think it was, they
What?
said it was like on his arm or hand. I mean, honestly, they could have been using it as a reason for why he slathered that makeup all over the back of his hand. So, but the idea was if he's that easily hurt by a
Yes,
wedding ring,
bruised.
one, that bullet in July, I'm going to leave it at that. But two, I mean,
Yeah.
if he's got open wounds and they're bleeding, I always say fingers crossed, karma is totally going to give us a pass on this, I'm sure.
Yes.
Because really all we're
I think
doing
so.
is I'm wishing for him to return back to him what he has sent out into the world 3 times 3.
Yes,
So yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
it's not my fault he
Yeah.
sent all this stuff out to the world.
Uh-huh. Okay, absolutely. Don says thrombosis, I think, is what happens when you take out a blood clot. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that is a side effect of the line they put in the vein to grab that clot. Oh, well, could be. Could be. I don't know any different. So how is that neck thing? Do we have some idea? Is that
I will ask
is
the
should we
cards.
be concerned about that neck thing on his neck?
What do we need to
Ah,
know about his neck? I never really thought
oh
I'd be
well.
that interested in his neck. Oh my God.
I know.
It's like, ew, because I'm like envisioning it and I'm just like, ew, I don't want, do I really have to envision it? Yes, you really do. Okay. I will do it for you guys.
Yes. Just for you, nobody else.
No,
Don't tell
this is
anyone this
not,
is what
this
we're
is not a
doing.
thing that I like to actually imagine. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And with his neck, something that they're trying to keep hidden. The
Mhm.
answers are there if you ask the right questions. The King of
Yeah.
Wands, I think the propaganda, they're lying. They're lying about what it is. And the Five of Wands, this is going to cause a lot of chaos. It's going to cause a lot of, I'm just seeing like this is like everybody running around in the Oval Office, like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Because the propaganda, like what they're saying doesn't work. So they got to try out the next excuse and the next excuse and the next excuse. And in
Yeah.
this, that cross, is that not Lion Caroline with that cross around her neck?
Oh God. Yes.
Yes. And then
It
the
just
Ten of
gets bigger and
Pentacles.
bigger.
This is one of my Epstein cards. So anytime this card comes up, I don't care what I'm asking about, release the Epstein files. That's actually what we want. Let's see, what card am I on? 1, 2, 3, 4. The Five of Swords. This is let me put these out as I gotta actually see these in order here as I'm putting these out. I'll
Yes.
hold them up though. And then the final card, the Ten of Wands, he's a burden. It's a burden.
Mhm.
So they're gonna try to say that everything's okay. Everything, what do you mean? He's okay. And like this is
Yeah.
like nobody. Look at the expression on that guy's face. Nobody's believing it. People are walking away.
Yes.
He does not have any support. And it's just another I could read this card one of two ways. Either just he himself is a burden, or that's just one more. I'll just say one more nail in the coffin when it comes to his health is what I'm seeing here. So yeah, I mean, they're not going to tell us. They're going to say they're going to gaslight us, tell us everything's fine, and it's just one more thing. I think it's indicative of something more serious because it's the burden card. I don't think that will be the cause of the, beautiful day that we're all waiting for, but it's going to be one of the contributing factors.
Yeah. One of the factors. Yeah. I think he's in a position right now, and the people around him are in a position of a Four of Cups. They've been given something that they really don't know what to do with, and they know that this is going to be a losing battle. Okay. The one who everyone is focusing their attention on, the star,
Oh,
yeah, not quite so shiny. Um, the idea that that his decline is imminent. Let's say imminent. They really don't have a plan B. They really don't have anything that they could go to because they have been, kind of relying on him to do his thing. this is a case, it's they're trying to sell us an offer that they know we're not going to buy, that they know it's not going to work. They're trying to get us to see things from a different perspective when no, we've seen the light, right? We've seen that the star and what he stands for and what he's done. They're just going to keep on doing what they're doing with seven of Pentacles. They're just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. I think that I'm kind of almost happy seeing the Three of Wands. Something is coming for him. Something is coming for him. He
I love
doesn't
that
he
so
doesn't
much for
like it.
him.
Yes, yeah, it's oh baby, are you suffering? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. So yeah, look for the administration to twist themselves into a pretzel, trying to make us believe that we don't see what we see, and yeah, we don't hear what we hear. And speaking of hearing, on Sunday when yeah, I think it was no Saturday, he attacked Iran on Saturday. On Sunday, he is having a major fundraiser, grifting, of course, and people on the other side of the world are dying, and he's doing his little USA dance.
Hmm.
How disconnected from reality do you have to be to, you know, this is the guy who was no wars, no wars. We're not going to start any wars. No, we're not going to do that. To three, three patriots died. And there will be more, but it's they're patriots. Our thoughts and prayers go to him or go to them. So did he bite off more than he could chew in this case?
Is that you want me to ask the card? Is that what you?
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Is this?
I want
Yeah.
to think
And
of that.
feel free to interject. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of how based on some of the readings that I've got, that he doesn't have a plan. Like
Yeah.
they literally that he's really not the one making the decisions. They have proposed it to him, and I'm sorry if this sounds so I don't mean for this to sound disrespectful, but because sometimes my guides, I'm like, speak English to me, please, they make things sound weird, but I get the feeling like they literally said, "Don't you want to see the bombs go boom?" And he was like, "Yes, let's do that," like a childlike enthusiasm
Yes.
over that. So that's why the question, my guides were like, it's not that he bit off more than he could chew. It's more that he doesn't have a clue as to what is even, and that going on at all. So,
Yeah.
what's the plan? So let's see. What is
I,
he going to
I,
do now that he realizes that the world hates him, the stock market is tumbling, and that the gas prices are going up? That's what I'm saying. Like, he can be
yeah.
manipulated by the stock market, and he can be manipulated by the oil prices. So what is he going to do now?
Yeah, but that's not his fault. That's not his fault because it was, if Joe Biden had done what he was supposed to, if Obama had done what he was supposed to, he'd
Oh my gosh, Obama broke that man's brain. he broke
yes,
him. I mean, we almost got alien disclosure because of Obama.
yes.
I was hopeful, but it was like, there's no way that they're going to do that. Okay, so Trump, and what is his plans now? Does he even have a plan? What's he going to do about
You know
Iran?
what? No, he doesn't. He absolutely doesn't. He is, look, that Ten of Cups. He is living in a world of his own creation where everything is fabulous, everything is wonderful, everybody loves him. There's just so much gaiety and so on going around that, everybody wants to be where he is. Everybody wants to be in Mar-a-Lago because that's the best place on earth, right? It's kind of like, remember Neverland Ranch? Yeah, he's he has absolutely no idea. He really is the fool in that whoever happens to have spoken to him 2 minutes ago is what he's doing.
Hmm.
He doesn't have the comprehension or the ability to think ahead. Is he worried about gas prices? No,
Nope.
because that's, he's just going to tell himself that it's fake news. No, gas prices are going down. Oh my God, everywhere. This is the best economy the US has ever seen in the history of economies, in the
The
history of the
Dow is
US.
50,000.
What what else do you want? Yeah, no, he's too far gone. There is no plan B, C, D, or E. It's
What I get is he's
uh
claiming victory. He's going to claim victory. The Seven of Wands, there is no victory to claim, and the gaslighting, the Page of Cups is and traditionally this has always just been my yes card. So it's weird because it comes up and I'm like, oh, it's not a yes card, but it's the lies and delusions and the gaslighting that he's selling, trying to sell the American people. The next three cards that I got, this is really interesting, and I've wondered this, and I haven't done cards on it, so this is brand new reading for cards. I get the Hierophant, the Two of Cups, and the Six of Cups. I have often wondered if in his mind he thinks that we are in 1979 Iranian hostage situation and that he killed the Ayatollah Khomeini and not realizing that this is a different Ayatollah Khamenei.
yes,
KHO was from 79. I looked it up. KHA was the guy that they just killed. So in his mind, he's like, I don't know what the problem is. I just saved the world. Because he's stuck in,
yes.
and it's that Six of Cups. That is the going back into the recesses of his mind. But everybody should love this because I took out the Ayatollah is the supreme leader who is not only the leader of the country, but he's the religious leader of the country.
A
So yeah,
religious leader.
Trump is like, I don't understand. I mean, he truly doesn't. When he says, I don't understand, I mean, not that he would say that publicly, he would say that privately. He really doesn't understand because he thinks in his mind, that he's back in, the 70s and early 80s in his
I
prime.
think you're probably right because he did one of the speeches that he made was and he specifically when he said, yeah, and yeah, I killed Ayatollah Khomeini. Like, a lot of emphasis on the
Yeah.
Khomeini. And I remember when I heard that, I looked at my son and went, Khomeini, you dumbass. Like, it's, yeah. So to, I think in his mind, he can't understand that there's a difference between these people. It's kind of like, just because your last name is Smith, it doesn't mean that you're the Smith that I went to high school with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That it just happened.
Yeah. He's Heather. We should all call Adult Protective Services. They're making that man with cognitive decline work day in and day out. That's abuse. It really,
Yes.
and I've said it with anybody else, I should get like this sick feeling because, it
Yes.
is elder abuse, but then I realize who it is and I'm like, reap what you sow, dude. you know, and he has surrounded me. He always says, oh, I know the very best. I surround myself with the very best. Yes, you did, Dawn. You surrounded yourself with the very best. Be proud.
That's right. Yes. Yeah, totally, totally. Yeah, what these people will not do for him. And it's mind-boggling that each and every one of them thinks that they're going to walk away unscathed, that everybody around them is going to be held accountable and is probably
Mhm.
going to be looking at jail time, and you're going to have to go underground, but not me, because he likes me.
I've got that Susie Wiles is setting herself up for an immunity deal, and that she will be the only one that gets an immunity deal, and that she will sell everyone else out to save herself, and that everybody else is just not. They're not thinking that many steps ahead, but she is. Not saying that I agree with it. I'm just saying that there is going to be a fairly accurate record coming from her. Yes, to skew for her to save herself, but that immunity deal will only be given to one.
Exactly.
It might be given,
Exactly.
to some of the minor, like staffers and stuff. But as far as the big players, she will be the one.
And I think that a lot of them are also relying on the fact that, oh well, um, if the excrement hits the fan, I'm going to be okay because he's going to give me a pardon. He may very well give each and every one of them, a great, huge, big pardon, on gold, with gold leaf on it, and it'll be something you can hang on the wall. Is it going to be worth anything?
Do you think this is a question? Do you think he already has the pardons already done, or like JD Vance, they've already done the auto pen and they've got those hidden somewhere? That's what I figured. And that's why he's screaming
Absolutely.
so much about the auto pen, is because I think he knows that they're using that around him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've noticed that the Sharpie that he signs things with, went from a regular size Sharpie to it's a lot thicker, and his writing is a lot bigger, and those are all signs of cognitive decline and all that. But yeah, I do think that he does have a bunch of signed pardons, and that's what he's telling everyone is, don't worry about it. I've pardoned you. It'll be okay. When he is no longer in the White House, when he's no longer part of the administration, are those pardons actually going to be worth anything, or is he going to be declared unfit? So,
Yeah.
yeah, a criminal can't pardon another criminal. It's not going to work.
Well, they can't pardon treason. So whenever, Susie Wiles comes out with all of her, tea that she's going to spill, so to speak, it makes me wonder,
Yes.
like how much of this stuff is not going to be pardonable. And that honestly, okay, this is what I have consistently seen is he falls. We may get JD Vance for like one hot minute, and then it's like,
Yes.
and I keep seeing, I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's the cutest little video, but it's this little raccoon with like his little piece of cotton candy, and he puts it in the water and it just dissolves. That's what I see for this administration. And that we like when one falls, it all just falls apart. I mean, we're left with a sticky mess we got to clean up. But and it's like I keep trying, it's like, what is it? And it's like I just see the tower card, and like everybody's caught up in it. And it's like a little bit of everything about the whole thing, and that they all get caught up in it, and that we actually end up with a board of governors in some way for ruling our country for a while until we figure it out. Because I really think that the world is not going to accept oopsies, sorry. They're going to demand change to where this can never happen again. We can never allow one person to destroy the world economy just because of whatever. I mean, it's just not going to happen again. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Exactly. And yeah. And I've been saying for the last number of years that when all this falls apart, and it will fall apart, that like you said, JD Vance might get in there to have his picture taken as he's waving goodbye.
Yeah.
This he's on his way out. It does feel like uh, there is a group, whether it's 3 or 5 leaders, past leaders, people with the experience and the knowledge that are going to be stepping in, and it is going to be, government by group.
Yeah.
And I've often seen it being a combination of a Democrat, Republican, independent, so that no one can say, oh well, so and so, because all the decisions will be made by the group. Going forward will be
Hmm.
the group, and a lot of things. Um, what we're witnessing now, as uncomfortable as it is, um, the we kind of had to go through this, had to see all of this because it's you can't amend a law a little bit to cover a particular situation. This has all been so bastardized in so many ways that it does need to crumble right down to the foundation, and then you start building up from there so that no more fixing the cracks. We're going to rebuild,
Hmm.
right? And take it up from there. And I think that it's going to be a very, very long time before a Republican is going to be um, leading the country. Let's put it that
Yeah.
way. It's going to take several generations for people to forget this.
I am. I'm trying to find. I never. Why is it I can never find a card quickly whenever I'm looking for a specific card?
It's at the
Um.
bottom of the deck.
Yeah, I started at the bottom. There it is. Okay. So
Yeah.
I want to show because this is an imagery. I just love this imagery. Anytime, like with the Tower card, first of all, the way you get through the Tower card is you go through the Tower card, and that we have to go through this. And as difficult and as scary as it is, we have to go through this. But the card that comes up after this, it's the Star card.
Yeah.
And so I always say, think of this light as our light breaking through everything, all the crap that we just don't need anymore. Like this is getting rid of every the toxicity, everything that it's getting rid of it, and we're left with our hopes, wishes, and dreams. And so, yeah, this is what, just think of, and I always read this as the resistance. This is the resistance card, and that we are still standing at the end of this.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I love that imagery.
Yeah. Yes.
And Old Silver.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Old
Yes.
Silver had said, and I saw this earlier. Aaron Parnas was yes, and I was like, oh my gosh, whoo, this is where we're going to start
Anointed by, yeah.
the
Anointed by Jesus. Can I talk to Jesus, please?
Yeah, trot him out here. We'd like to have a word. We're already seeing institutional. So I always say, look at institutional pushback. So where is the institutional pushback coming from? This, BSC, batch
Yes.
crazy here. And where the pushback is coming from is from the enlisted people who are stuffing their t-shirts and socks down the toilets to wreck the sewage system on the boat so that they can go home. So, it's like you will always find the institutional pushback on that. So, it's like, yes, be aware of the crazy, but look for where your pushback is.
Exactly. Because that's, and yeah, I've said before, when you're listening to the news, ask yourself, what is it they want me to believe? Who is telling me the story? And what's their motivation for telling me that story in that particular way?
Mm-hmm.
And that's usually where the answers are. And especially right now with all the AI that is out there, I can't tell you how many times I have seen a video that I'm watching it and I'm thinking, hey, all right, this could be good news. This is great. And then I do a little bit of research and it's like, no, it's either AI generated or it was something that was taken off somebody else's site and revamped. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of misinformation.
There's those two videos that he released. Instead of speaking to the nation, he released these videos, and they were reportedly, highly edited. I'm like, yeah, they sprinkled a little bit of Disney magic on it to make it appear as though, and you can tell. I mean, you can tell it's weird glitches. It's like, his shoulder will move, or he'll, and it's not a normal fluid movement. So yeah, in those videos, which I had already done the reading, I was like, oh yeah, they'll trot out some AI video to announce this. Because I think he went missing after the State of the Union. I think he crashed out after the State of the Union and had to have an all-day, recovery period. Because with his health conditions,
Absolutely.
how many times can they, give him those stimulants?
Exactly. And every time that they do, his body develops a resistance. So, you have to give him more. You have to give him more in
Mm-hmm.
order to achieve the same effect. So there comes a point where you're not going to achieve the same effect. You're basically going to unalive him, right? That's how you're going to get through that.
That's one way to get out of
Um,
this, at the hands of, what they're doing to themselves.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I got the other day was that this his attacking Iran could be a way for the GOP to get rid of him. And what kind of came to me was, yes, he does all these things. He said, yeah, I did this and I did that. And with his failing health, with knowing that his days are limited, that there is someone behind the scenes who would say, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to declare him insane. We're going to Article 25 him. We're going to say that, yeah, he did this on his own. We do not stand by this. We'll approach the people of Iran and say, oh my God, we were dealing with a crazy person. Can you cut us a little bit of slack while we get rid of this crazy person? And that might be part of their exit strategy,
I
to
also
claim
got
someone.
along with that I have always got that there is like one piece of undeniable evidence from the Epstein files of his wrongdoing that will come out. If that comes out, I shouldn't say if, when that
When
comes out, it is to move the base towards to move him out and try to move the base then to JD Vance. And I'm like, oh, JD, bless your heart. It's just not going to work for you. I'm sorry to tell you that. It's just not going to work. And so, but that is going to be, so it really, I think, yes, they're going to use all of this as a strategy to move him on out. And if JD he does not have the support, we will start getting more Trump implicated in the Epstein files. And that he actually, the stress from that is going to cause an event that we can all celebrate.
Yes, yeah. We do not wish
Poor smoky eyed JD.
anything bad to happen to DJT. We can, however, eagerly anticipate the news of his transition.
Oh, I have champagne
That's
on ice right now. I'm not even joking.
Yeah,
I've got champagne in the refrigerator. And all
yes,
I do is I wish for him to reap what he has sown.
yes, yeah, and yeah. J JD was handpicked for that position because yeah, his handlers wanted him in that, but he doesn't have the personality. He doesn't have. There is nothing redeeming about him, and it's just he just gets worse and worse and worse. Like talking about his wife. Well, maybe she'll become a Christian.
I couldn't
Well,
believe, I mean, I
maybe.
should believe it. And what,
Yeah.
whoever is, the people that are, behind the scenes, they have not thought this out clearly because this is a cult. and Trump is the cult leader. And when the cult leader dies, they all go to their own little corners. They crawl back under all their little rocks that they were under and go back to their little, their little echo chambers with their own little person. And they're not going to coalesce around JD at all.
No, he does. Not only does he not have, he doesn't have the charm, he doesn't have the personality, he doesn't have the right kind of wife, he doesn't have the right kind of history. He comes with too much baggage. He just doesn't fit the image of that leader that they could go to. Now, who would they go to? They would follow Erica Kirk. That's why JD is so wants to be friendly with Erica Kirk, is because he realizes that yeah, she can get out there and dab her eyes, and a lot of her followers will go where she encourages them to go.
I was wondering when
And
she was in the Oval Office, it's like, Erica, you measuring those windows in your mind there for curtains? It's like, you're
yes,
not going to get to put curtains up there, sweetie. I'm sorry. It's just not going to work for you.
yeah, exactly. No, it's a wicked game, and when you're able to kind of step back a little bit and just look at, okay, I'm watching a play, and these are all players. And so what would each one of their motivations be in this? And all of a sudden it starts to make sense that you can say, oh, okay, I know. Yeah, I got you. You're thinking about this. You're liable to do that. And there's a good deal of affirmation when it does happen. And you go, I kind of had an idea that was going to come. So
I
yeah,
love this.
JD
JD
Vance,
stands for nothing. He believes in nothing. He seems hollow to me as a person. Yeah, he doesn't know who he is. That's the problem.
yes.
I've done several of the JD Vance and Usha Vance readings, and I was actually really proud of those readings because it was like, if they were sitting across from me, what would I tell them? That's kind of how I approached it. And Usha was like, run. And and actually she was going
Yeah.
to create her own narrative of how to get out of this, but now she's pregnant, so I haven't done an update since then. And JD, it was
Okay.
like, it was the Four of Pentacles, and my intuition is, it's really funny. And I was like, oh my God, the first thing that came to me was Buddy the elf. You sat on a throne of lies. And it's like, JD, know what you know, and that he doesn't know who he is. So how can he be his authentic self when he's not being his authentic self? And that's why people don't like him and people don't gravitate towards him, because you don't know what you're going to get, because he doesn't know who
Yes,
he is.
exactly.
So yeah, JD's
Exactly.
he's not going to make it
No,
at
no,
all.
no. And as long as we're gossiping a little bit about
Yes.
JD, feel free, folks. I mean, entertainment purposes only. We're reading tarot cards. What do we know? Um, that Erica Kirk apparently is pregnant and is about as far along as Usha Vance.
Really? Huh.
Coincidence?
That's
Hmm. Now, the if you want to go down a rabbit hole, man, oh man, that would be one to go down on, and especially since, yeah, Usha Vance isn't she's not showing as much as she should be showing, because for those of you ladies out there who know,
this is her
with
fourth.
each yes, this
Yeah.
would be her fourth. With each successive pregnancy, you kind of balloon out a lot faster, right? And I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. So I wonder if this.
I'm going to ask: is is Usha actually pregnant?
Okay, let's do that. Let's ask. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go to the investigations deck for that.
I don't think
Let's
that
investigate.
she's so, here, the proud papa there with JD, Knight of Swords, irrational action, rash action, and the magician. What story can we make up? I don't think um, if she is, I don't know that it's going to be a successful full-term pregnancy. That's what I'll say with that. 3, it's just the 3. Yeah. Oh, she's the 3 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the 8 of Cups. I think they'll say it's a miscarriage. She'll lose the baby. So that's how I read that anyway. That's how, because this is like they've got the 3 kids and then the loss. So I don't think that she is that, and it's like, okay, maybe she, like, if she is pregnant, it won't be an easy pregnancy. It would be a difficult pregnancy. She will have come to, like, she could lose the baby. I'm just saying, like, if she is pregnant, I don't think she is. But if she were standing across from me, I'd be like, oh, you need to be be careful, because this is showing that, this could be a very difficult pregnancy if it goes to term.
Exactly.
So
from Trish James Investigations deck, here's what I got. The Lovers, a relationship. And then I got distraction. Distraction. Not as it seems.
Just like the magician.
Distraction.
And was it a magician in that card?
It can, it can look, it can be like a magician.
Yeah,
absolutely. Here it is. Nothing to see here, folks. Don't pay attention to any of this. No. And behind closed doors. No, I don't think that she is pregnant. I think that would be a very convenient story, particularly if, let's say, if Erica Kirk was pregnant, and Usha loses the baby. No. No, that's, and then all of a sudden, JD ends up with Erica Kirk's baby, and Usha raises it because it's actually not Charlie Kirk's baby, but maybe JD Vance's baby. I don't know.
As you were talking, I get also, this was the bottom card, the 5 of Pentacles, a lot of loss. And so, I hope, I do not wish that on anybody.
Yes.
So I hope that either it's just a lie that she is pregnant, or that it's just a difficult pregnancy. But it's not. If someone was sitting across from me and they were having a difficult pregnancy, I'd be like, oh man, you need to do every single thing the doctor says, because that 8 of Cups does not bode well. Plus the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 healthy kids. So yeah.
Yes, exactly. And 3 of Pentacles, 3 people involved in the telling of the story. So
the web they have woven.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Book says, and hello, Book, Nick Fuentes and others are breaking with Trump, but reconsidering message. Mega votes conservative. So if they vote Dem, they don't vote for this, and that will help the nation. What Nick Fuentes, the last time, and I do not generally pay attention to him, but the video that I saw that he did, I think it was about a week or so ago, he was saying, no, you know what? The mega aren't, they're not Nazi enough. They're not quite um, as as nasty as they could be. So Mega needs to learn a lesson. When it comes to the midterms, don't vote. He's telling Mega and Republicans, don't vote. That will send a clear message that we're not happy with what the administration is doing. And I'm sitting back going, listen to that boy. He's making some sense. You best stay away from voting. You just stay home. Don't
Stay home. And I
so
wonder how much,
weather could be bad.
we've got Project 2025, running the show.
Yes.
And I kind of use that as the, blank, because I don't know the names of every single person in Project 2025.
Yes.
But how much of that is them directing these influencers to try to shift the message away from Trump and onto it's that 10 of wands. It's like there's going to be many ways that, it's a burden of all the different ways we're going to, move him on out. And if we can start getting MAGA to realize that, Trump is exactly who we all knew he was, will they then try to, support JD? They're not going to vote. They're not going to support JD.
Not at all. Not at all.
Oh,
And I
Brooke,
just
your
know,
book witch.
yeah, yeah. She says, so want to get involved with the chat, but I'm so
Oh, feel
shaky
better.
in hospital after surgery. Honey, what happened?
We're all going to
What
send you
happened?
some nice healing energy. So everybody in the chat, you send Book Witched all that healing energy. Oh my gosh. Was this, I have a lot of questions, but I'm not going to put you on the spot. We will send you, yeah. So we will send
Lots and
you
lots of
healing energy.
healing energy and all that good stuff. Yeah. I wasn't, I don't remember books saying anything earlier about having to go in for surgery, but then, things have been kind of up in the air a little bit, so I'm not 100% sure. But
I tell you what, that
yeah,
Saturn, Neptune conjunct 0 degrees in Aries, that is hitting a lot of people. And I'm thinking about my Aquarian husband in his health sector. I haven't looked at his chart, but he's been, it's all fine. It is all fine. It's just the inconvenience of the matter is kind of more what it is. But yeah, he has not been taking care of his health. And now that Saturn Neptune conjunct has said, you might want to reconsider. And now he's reconsidered.
oh good. Oh good. Yeah. That's one thing that I like about astrology is generally it comes in as kind of very much like when you get messages from spirit, right? A little tap on the shoulder. Hey, listen, I got something to tell you. And then the
Well,
next one is a little deeper until it whacks you upside the head. And
well, I
says, okay,
asked
can you
him,
hear me now?
I'm like, so are you going to pay attention or are you going to continue down this path? And he was like, I think I'm going to pay attention. I'm like, that's probably a good idea.
Yes.
And as I said,
Yeah.
he's fine. It's all fine. It's just some things that he's needed to take care of. And now he is taking care of them. So.
Yes. Yeah. Shittiest choices for the nation. Yes. Yes, book. And I hope that you'll have to send me an email, book. Let me know what's going on and what's up with the surgery and when you're going to be home and all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
Suzuki. She's one of my, hi. Late because of meds. I am not drunk. Okay, so we will not think that about you at all. I promise.
Hey, ain't no one gonna judge you, hon. You just do you. However you do. Yeah.
I love liberals
So,
too.
yes. Yeah. So we are here. We are. We're almost at the hour, and I don't want to keep you much longer than that because I do hope that you'll consider coming back.
Oh,
I
I
know
would
that
love
you
to.
yes, and I know that you're surprised, everyone. Sherri is going to join Allie and I on Friday the 13th
I'm so excited.
for Story in the Cards.
Thank you, Susie.
So can't,
Shout out to
wait
Susie.
for that. Yes.
Yes, I am.
Susie,
And
that is very kind. Very
for it to
kind
be
and
Friday
generous.
the 13th just makes me so happy.
Yes.
I thought that was perfect.
Yes, absolutely. So All right, folks. Thank you for being here. Like I said, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I
Yeah, come
have
on
all
over.
of Sherri's contact info listed in the description of the video. Okay, so make sure that you go over to her channel and do that. Um, I'll see you throughout the week at some of the other shows. Check out Sherri's videos. I think you're going to find them very, very informative and a lot of fun. And Sherri, thank you. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. We'll have to do this again.
Yeah. So I was typing at the same time, telling everyone, thank you for having me. I had a wonderful time. This was a lot of
Yes,
fun, and I look forward to doing it again. I can't believe the hour's already up. Like,
I
really? That
know.
was an hour?
I know. Yeah,
It was a lot of
it does. It flies by. It yeah. Book the Word says Sherri fits us. Yes, she does.
fun.
Yes, she does.
I like finding my spot with
Yes.
like-minded people.
Yes, absolutely.
Because
All right.
seriously, right
So,
now, we really do all need to create community. And even if it's virtual community spaces, and that's what's so great about collaboration and, the work that we're doing and being able to share it with you guys. Because without you guys, who would we be sharing it with? So it really, I always see this as
yes,
a big community of all of us just trying to make sense of crazy and make it through.
exactly. And
So,
when we do that, when we gather together, when we combine our good energy, we
mhm.
increase that vibration um, thousandfold. So,
Yeah.
yeah, just remember some of the things that you have learned through the Shine Your Light events. Love, light, compassion, unity to anyone, anywhere that needs it. And in the end, that's our lesson here. Love is the answer. Always, always defer to love. Okay, everyone. Thank you, Sherri, and
Oh, you're
stay
welcome.
with me while we do the outro. And
Okay.
thanks, guys. See you later. Bye for now.